Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, September 27th, almost the end of September. That's just crazy. So I'm here live with you. I'm here live every Friday, oh, almost every Friday. I did miss last Friday, but it was a family thing that I had to step in and do. So I am here today, and I'm going to do a draw today like I normally do, and all the fun things. So it's been actually last week when I wasn't live, and the week before I had done a live on the new catalog, which I should have grabbed. Hold on, I'm going to grab it. This is the mini catalog that is available now. And if you don't have a copy, please let me know if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a copy. And so I did a little demo on going through this catalog and talking about it. So it's been 2 weeks since I've done a project. So I'm excited to share a project with you today. And hello to Nicole. So I'm just going to quickly do a share here with another screen, and this is for my draw. So what I do is, if you've commented, like to share it on my posts. So if you comment, like, and share on this one, for example, then I'll do a draw for whatever I made that time. So because I did a catalog tour last time, I had saved a card. It's right here to use for this draw. So here we go. As long as you're not a demonstrator and you are Canadian, you can win. So Marg, you fit that bill. So let me just grab a pen here. I don't know why I don't always have a pen out. So Marg, oops, Marg, congratulations. I'll get that in the mail to you. Thank you very much for your commenting. And she said hi. Okay, so let me just stop the share, jump back, and jump to the craft desk. Okay, so actually, and I'll just quickly show this card again because it's been a couple of weeks. This was made with a cute little deer. Ta-da. Okay, so today I'm going to go back. So that was Christmas. I was jumping forward. And today I'm going to go back and I'm going to do fall. So this stamp set is in that mini catalog. It's called More Than Autumn. And you can see there are a ton of words, but there's also some really cute images. So there's like a little coffee or tea cup in my case, some whipped cream, some sprinkles, some either marshmallows or ice cubes, whatever you like, a little gingerbread person, a heart, an apple, a pumpkin, a straw or a candy cane something, a stick of nutmeg or something, a pumpkin or a pie, whatever kind of pie you want, donuts. I'll just tell you, this is what sold me on the set was the donuts, candy cane, and then all of these words. So you can put stuff together with this set, like nothing's better than pumpkin season or apple season or eggnog season or whatever, or you had me at donuts, or you had me at peppermint, or this calls for a peppermint spice or whatever. And so there's all those images, but then there's all these dies too. So not only can you cut out all these images, but there's some additional stuff. There's a nothing's better than in a die format. I actually think I cut one out and I haven't used it yet. Yeah, here it is. Nothing's better than. So you could cut it in die format. And then they also have cocoa, hot, apple, spice, and I'm trying to read this backwards, season, and then there's this cute little separate one that says coffee or latte, so you could actually put those right into the labels. So super, super fun stamp set with all of these different things. So you could be fall, Christmas, whatever you want. And to me, the donuts are like, yeah, you could just totally do donut cards. So I'm going to make a card. It's going to be a fall thing. And then I've got a couple other samples to show you because as a demonstrator, I participate in a bunch of swaps, and I've got a bunch of cards back showing with this stamp set. So I'm going to, oh, I just noticed the and in here. So you could do eggnog and cider or something. Very, very cute. Okay, so let me say hello to Barb and Vila and Vicky. Hello, hello. I've got some bits and pieces here. I'm going to start with pumpkin. I've already got pumpkin on the brain. A crumb cake card base. And I'm going to use a peach pie matte layer. And then I'm going to use Pool Party, which maybe doesn't sound like a fall color, but I always like using colors that are kind of opposite on the color wheel to really bring all the colors out. So this is what we're going to lay our images on. And then I have a piece of pecan pie. We're doing all the pies here. And it's embossed. I've already embossed it with this plaid embossing folder. So let me just show you that. This here, it's also in the catalog. Forever Plaid embossing folder, and it's one of these massive ones. So when you emboss it, you can do a whole big sheet like this. This is like 6 by something. What is it? Let's just see, 6 by I didn't even emboss it all the way to the end, 7.5. So what I liked about this is that I wanted this piece to go across like this on a diagonal. And so if I had just done the little wee embossing folder, it wouldn't have been big enough. So this is a piece that I've cut from another piece I've done, and I was able to, I'm going to be able to lay it on here. Let's just, I don't want to do it yet because I always like to stamp first, but my plan is to lay it on here on a diagonal and then I can cut off the excess. Okay, so that's the bits and pieces. Don't know why. Oh, I know I have that one. Okay, so I just turned off the light. So let's start with a piece of basic white, and I need a scrap piece of paper, which I didn't think to grab. So excuse my noise making for 1 minute while I grab one. Because I'm going to color, I need some scrap paper underneath me so I don't mess up this surface. So I'm going to take my Memento ink and I'm going to stamp some of these images. So this is the coffee cup. I don't know why I did that upside down. I only usually do it upside down when the ink, the stamp is smaller than the stamp, but it was a big stamp. Okay, so this one I'm going to have to get my head in here to see, to get the whipped cream on. It's photopolymer, so it's pretty easy to line up. There we go. And I think this little cinnamon stick, cinnamon or clove, I guess it's a cinnamon stick, is so cute. Again, I got to stand up so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to say, excuse my breath for a minute, but you can't really smell it. Isn't that cute? Okay. And then there is a little wee pumpkin in the stamp set. So that because this is going to be a pumpkin latte, I guess is what it is, we're going to put a little pumpkin on it. And then we're going to do a pie, which is also going to be pumpkin. Okay, so it's time to weigh in. Are you a pumpkin person or not? Do you like pumpkin spice? Do you like pumpkin pie? Are you a pumpkin fan? Hello, Donna Washington from Washington. Watching from Washington. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Okay, so I've got a bunch of blends here that I'm going to pull out and start coloring while you guys weigh in on whether you're pumpkin people or not. And regardless if you are not, I bet you know somebody who is that would love a pumpkin card of some sort. I'm going to take a sip of water. So Donna says pumpkin is not a food. Well, you know, up until probably last week, maybe, I agree with you. So I'm going to take peach pie. Like I said, I'm using all the pie markers here. Light peach pie. And I'm going to start, actually, I'm going to start with the latte here. But I went through Starbucks and I thought, oh, I think I need to try something pumpkin. And they had a pumpkin spice muffin. And so that was a light peach pie. So I'm going to just go in with the light pumpkin pie marker and just go a bit darker on some of those stems. And I tried it. And it was the most delicious thing ever. There's the little pumpkin. So I thought, oh, maybe I actually do like this spice stuff, this pumpkin spice stuff. So I haven't tried any lattes or anything like that. That'll be my next. So tell me where to go and to get something like that. But I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it. And the only thing that I've ever liked about pumpkin pie, I've always liked a small piece, but it's the whipped cream, which I don't even have any on this little card here. So I like the idea of pumpkin, but the taste, I'm not sure. That being said, I also have recently made some healthy treats for the dog, which were made out of, so that was light crumb cake, by the way. This is dark crumb cake. So I'm just adding a little bit of darkness on the sides just to sort of indicate that the cup is round, just a little bit here. And then I'm going to, I'll hold that up so you can see it, but I'm going to blend it better. And I'm just going to go back with a light crumb cake and just pull that color out just so it's not a harsh line and blend it. So healthy treats for the dog were made up of yogurt and applesauce, and I actually quite liked them. So I thought, oh, pumpkin would be good with that too. So anyways, I'm on a pumpkin adventure. At the very least, I do like the look of pumpkin. I love it for decorating and all the, you know, fun things at this time of year. This is light pool party because, again, I said I want to bring in some color that is opposite to the oranges and dark colors I'm using. I'm just adding a little bit of the light pool party on the edges of the whipped cream just so it's not completely white. And then I'm going to go in with my color lifter. I'm so curious to see what you guys are saying as soon as I do this a little bit more. I'm just sort of blending that out a little bit so it's very, very faint. It's just not plain white. So here's where we're at so far. And I need to add more Pool Party here to the sides. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the little wraparound thingy. I don't know what you call that, a sleeve, I guess. The thing that doesn't let your hands burn, and a little bit more toward darkness towards the top and the bottom. And again, you can see that. Maybe if I turn it that way. I find I have to color sideways. So it's nice, and I'm going to just blend it out again a little bit. Okay, so I still have to do the little cinnamon stick. Nicole says she likes pumpkin cake. Oh, that's interesting. You should try Starbucks pumpkin spice cream chai latte, Barb says. Oh, that sounds awesome. I will try that. Barb also likes pumpkin spice lattes, but pie is not my favorite. Nicole, there we go. Nicole says, nice shooting. Thanks so much. Viola says she loves pumpkin pie, but not hot. That's interesting, Viola. Is it something about the texture, maybe? Yeah, I always have liked a small piece, but that's all I want. It's just, I like the spice of it. It's just a very interesting kind of food, isn't it? Or not a food. I've forgotten now who said that. Who said that? Because it was funny. Donna said that. Okay, so this is pecan pie, light pecan pie. Now, there's nothing wrong with pecan pie. That's a good pie. Okay, and I'm just going to add that in a little bit. Okay, so this is my cup so far. So on this thing here, this thing being a donut, I'm going to do my light peach pie. I wasn't going to color all these, but I ended up coloring them light pumpkin pie and light peach pie. I want to go lighter because I find the pumpkin pie marker is quite dark, and I don't think a really dark donut would be a good donut. I think whatever kind of donut this would be, I would like it. Hey, it's a donut. What's not to like, right? So I'm just going around and roughly coloring in the icing part. That's the yummy part. And I'm going to do the same with the pumpkin pie. Again, this could be any kind of pie. I think my favorite kind of pie is sugar pie. Have you ever had a sugar pie? It's just like a giant butter tart, really. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go in with the dark peach pie around the edges of this icing, again, just kind of to indicate where it might be sort of on the edge of it. The darkness sort of looks like shading, right? Around the edge. And again, I'm going to do that here on the pumpkin pie just to give it some depth. And I always find that, so here's where I'm at so far. The pumpkin pie has, you know, it's not perfectly orange really. So it's, you know, and depending on, who's cooking it, maybe it has a little brownness around the edges. So I'm going to add in the light crumb cake. Now, because I've already got lots of ink on here, it's really going to blend in, and it's just going to be a little bit of brown there. Okay, and you can see a little bit here that I'm missing on my donut. Okay, so I'm going to grab the dark crumb cake, and I'm going to fill in the donut. Maybe this is a chocolate donut with an orange icing or a pumpkin icing. I don't know. Something yummy. And now, of course, I want a donut. But I should probably have an apple. And there's a little bit on the inside here. And then with the, and I think I will go over this pumpkin pie with the light pumpkin pie marker just to make sure that it does have an orange hue to it. But I do like that. The fact that it's got that little bit of brown there, it makes it really look like it was cooked or baked or something. Okay, and then we're going to use pecan pie for the crust here. And I'm going to take the bullet tip just because there's some nice round areas and the bullet tip can get in there nicely. And then I'm going to switch to the brush tip. And I will look at your comments there in a second. Okay, and then one more thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the light Pool Party and I'm going to just go around this image, because when I die cut it, I want it to kind of look like it was sitting on something rather than just floating in the air. And the same with this one here. And this one here, I could add a little bit of crumb cake on the bottom because it's already blue, just again to look like it's sitting on something and not just floating in the air. So that's one of the tips I like for when you're doing images, called grounding. And then you can just take the color lifter and smooth it out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Okay, so let me look what you're seeing here, and I will hold this up. I'm definitely going to try that barb. That's the texture. No, the texture is okay. I just like the pumpkin pie right from the fridge with ice cream. Ooh, nice. Hi, Cal. We're weighing in on whether you like pumpkin. And if not, do you know someone who does? Okay, so I'm just going to get these markers out of the way. And so I would normally die cut this image, but to save time, so let me just show you here the dies. So that would cut that out, and that cuts that out. Like, oh, geez, I got it right exactly. And this one, there's a die for that, but because I've added a couple things, you can individually cut those things. There's one for the whipped cream and one for the cinnamon stick, is what I'm calling it. You can do that, but I've actually just gone ahead and pre-cut those two, and because of this, I'm going to have to hand cut it anyways. So I just wanted to show you this because it is not hard to hand cut, and we used to have to do this before we had dies. So really the trick is to move the paper as less than the scissors. So, and also to have a nice small piece to work with. And I always leave a tiny bit of a white border because that is what the dies do anyways. And then it's easy to just kind of cut near the line, but not quite on the line. I'm cutting that off just to make this easier to work with. It's really not too hard. This is called fussy cutting. As you can see, it is a little fussy, but especially with a shape like this, it's not too bad. So that looks pretty good. Ta-da. Okay, so there's my 3 pieces. Okay, so let me grab this. And the idea, like I said, is I'm going to lay this on here. And we don't need this anymore. Easier to see when it's not on the white. So I'm going to grab my ink pad right here under the inks now. How are you, Cal? And I'm going to do this just a little bit differently than what I did my sample so we can compare them after. So I'm going to put this on an angle. Like I said, this is the plaid, and it's pecan pie that I've used. So this is pecan pie ink, and this is the More Than Autumn stamp set. So I'm going to actually stamp this one on an angle. Nothing's better than. Okay, so, and then I'm going to stamp. So that's going to go on an angle like that, and then this one's going to go on an angle like this. Season. So now that I've stamped it, I know I can put down that piece. And if I had made a mistake, I could always flip this over, right? Because it's the same on the other side. So I was stamp first and then attach. So let's do that. So again, this was that nice big folder. So I'm able to get it bigger than my paper, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to stick that on, and then I'm going to take my paper snip scissors and just cut that off. Okay, get those out of there. So I'll just save this one that I embossed already for another time. Love that plaid, it's so nice. You could actually rub ink along there too to really make those lines pop. Okay, and then this is going to go on here. Oh, there was one more piece I was going to emboss. I'll still show you what I was going to do. I've pre-done it as well. Sometimes I don't really like to bring the machine in here because it's so big and it takes up so much room. So I don't always show it, but I will definitely show what I did with it. Okay, so that's on a piece of peach pie. And then this is a piece of crumb cake, which I've just folded in half at the beginning. Add that. Don't worry, we'll be popping some stuff up. We need to pop stuff up. Okay. All right, so then what I did was I took a piece of pumpkin pie and I took one of these guys, which are foam adhesive sheets. They come in a package like that. They're basically big dimensionals, what they are. So you can peel off the back and you can stick it on. and then you take your die and you run it through the machine. So you end up with this. So here is, I put the word pumpkin on here. And so I'm going to peel this off. I should put it back in the case. Hold on, I'm going to put it back in the case because you know that's how they go missing when you don't put them away. I just love all those dies that come with it. I think it's awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to peel this out. Let's see here. You can see I've done a couple already. Pumpkin. So now this is basically on dimensionals over the whole thing, which is kind of cool. I'm going to peel the backing off, and there is a little bit that's still sticking there. So I'm going to just bring in my silicone craft mat and my Take a Pick tool and poke those little extras out. I can't stick it to my surface because this surface is actually paper. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. Okay. Come on, you little bits and pieces. People don't have all day to sit and watch me. Come on. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to add this here. So it's going to say nothing's better than pumpkin season. So I didn't say pumpkin spice, even though that word is in there. I just said pumpkin season. So I'm just going to, oops, am I going out of frame? Here we go. I just started at the end, and this is going to form like a little line for me to use. Nothing's better than pumpkin season. How cute is that? Okay, so then we're going to lay these things on here. So I'm going to put this here, and this here, and this here. Okay, so I'll start with this. Just using my regular sealed double-sided tape. Okay, and a little donut. And don't forget to stay tuned to the very end because I've got some other samples using this stamp set. This one we're going to pop up too. So I've got a sheet of dimensionals here. So you can see the bleed through on where I've colored that. That is absolutely fine. That is why we put a piece of protective paper down. Okay, and peel those off like this. I do love going to garden centers and stuff at this time of year too and seeing all the pretty decorations and stuff. So I'm just going to put that on an angle like that. So look at that. Isn't that cute? We're going to add one more thing. We're going to add some bling. Always got to add the bling. So this is, it's in the mini catalog as well. It's called Adhesive Backed Swirl Dots. Sorry, it's not in the mini catalog. It comes as part of the coffee set. And I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if you can see, but they have little swirls all over them. So even the dark ones have little swirls. So I just thought those were really pretty and kind of match the color. So I'm going to grab two of these sort of peachy ones and then one of the kind of brownish colored one. And we'll put that down. Okay, so there we go. There's our card. How cute is that? This card is so cute, makes me hungry. So one of the things you could do, maybe that's why I had this extra piece here, is you could make a little pocket. So actually, let me do that. Let's do that. And I'm just gonna bring in my paper trimmer. So I know this is 5.5, the width of the card. So I'm gonna cut this up 5.5. And then let's just do like a little 1 3/4, I think would be plenty for a little pocket. Hold on. And you can use stronger tape. So maybe something like the, whoops, this tear and tape would work, but I'm going to use this here. This is the Stampin' Seal Plus. So it's a little bit stronger. And just go around the edges only. And then I can make this, oops. And if you get it coming out, I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, you can just fold it over. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this down here. This is the card I'm going to do the draw for, so next week. So be sure to comment so you can get in that draw. And then I'm going to seal it. Now, what are the odds that I have a gift card? Let's just see. Do I have a gift card for me? I do not have a gift card handy. All right, well, let's pretend this Post-it note is a gift card. You'll get the idea. So you just could stick a gift card in there. So you could do like a Starbucks gift card or something in there. How cute would that be? Okay, so let me show you. Cute card, Deb says. So does Nicole. Say it. And Cal says, nice color combination. Thank you. Yes, I really think blue helped pops it, right? Okay, so let me just show you my original. It's really not that much different, other than I did this word straight and I did this one crooked to match the angle. I don't know what I like better. That's the only thing that's straight on this card, so maybe it has to be crooked. Whatever. Anyways, this one has the bonus. I'll save my Post-it note. Bonus little envelope inside, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I've got a couple more to show you. So tell me, do you like it straight or angled? Which do you prefer? Straight or angled? And let me show you some of the other things, all made with this same stamp set. Okay, so here is another fall version. Very cute. Nice coloring on here. And they've used the leaf dies from this stamp set as well. And so it says, this calls for pumpkin spice. How cute is that? Love that. So that's crumb cake and copper clay that they've used on this card. Super cute. Okay, then there's another one. It says, love you more than latte, and in the back the words pumpkin spice are stamped, so that's a super cute card too. Again, crumb cake. These are not my cards, these are cards that I've gotten from a swap, so I had to give a card swap as well. So they have actually used the idea of the blue along with those colors as well to bring that out. Okay, and then there is this one here, a Christmas version. Love you more than peppermint hot cocoa. So that's pretty cute. So on this one, they just cut a piece of designer series paper with the die and put that on there and some designer series paper in the back. And then those cute little peppermint adhesive things. And they've curved the saying, which is very easy. Just the same saying, love you more than, love you more than. Very easy to do with a photopolymer stamp is to do that. And then they've used some of the sprinkles on top. I picture that as mint sprinkles. But this is the card that sold me on the set completely. It's this one. Love you more than donuts. How cute is that? With the pretty pastel colors. So sweet. Would be a very cute birthday card too. So let me just put all these out here and you can see them. And let's see if I can get them all in the frame here. Very cute. And so again, that was the More Than Autumn stamp set and dies. Super cute and lots you can do with that. So let me see. Angled is what Eileen says. Vila likes it on an angle too. So does Barb. Also Deb and Nicole and Carolyn. Eileen says, love this set. Great card. I love this set too. I actually resisted buying it for a while, but I really had to have it. And Donna, who remember doesn't like pumpkins, she still thinks it's a cute card. I love you, Donna. That's awesome. Maybe you have a friend who would like it. But you know, you could just take this card and make it Christmas, right? This could be the Christmas version. Love you more than peppermint something. So you could totally make this into a Christmas version very easily using that. So you guys are funny. Okay. So that's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching the replay, just give me a holler and let me know. And I've got that card to get out to Marg. And again, I'll do this card here. Definitely the Angled has won the day. So I'll be sure and do a draw for that for next week. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. See you next week.